Howdy.
Hello.
Creepy Kentuckian here with the B plan. We're back for week number 3.
3.
CREEPSHOW. It's CREEPSHOW season 1, episode 3. Everyone's excited about these videos that we've been doing, and this episode I kind of enjoyed. This is the first episode I kind of enjoyed the entire episode.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll get into it. In episode 3, the first is an episode called All Hallows Eve, which I'm always into, like anything around Halloween, trick-or-treating, stuff like that. I'm immediately into, just the atmosphere of it, the look and everything else. So I'm guessing that this one aired around Halloween. I'm not really sure. Back last year when it came out, I don't know. You would know, but you can't remember, right?
Nah, I can't.
So All Hallows Eve, basically, I mean, there's a big surprise kind of at the end of it, but it's trick-or-treaters that are terrorizing the neighborhood starting out, pretty much. And I got to say, with the twist ending on this one, and we'll talk about it here in a second, it was almost like they watched that episode in Trick or Treat and it was like, okay, let's do this again, because it's the same thing, the exact same plot, aside from them being in a bus crash, baby. But anyway, All Hallows Eve was directed by John Harrison as well. So I think he's done a couple of episodes this season so far. So but yeah, I mean, the episode was, I didn't hear too many people talk about this episode, but I got to say it was probably one of my favorites so far of the season. All Hallows Eve, group of kids just going around door to door, and people are it's almost like they're waiting for them. They're ready for them, So, but at the end of the episode, you find out that yes, all these children are dead, and they've come to seek revenge on, I guess, the last member of the gang that killed them, that burned them up in the treehouse.
That's why you don't have tree houses.
Yeah, tree houses are very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing nowadays, like, kids wouldn't give a fuck about tree houses just because it's not equipped with the internet. They can't play their Xbox up there. All that, it's not fun anymore. They can hang out with their
somewhere
kids.
where they build tree houses on one of these home and garden or DIY channels.
Yeah, you gonna build a tree house in your backyard, Steve? You can get up there and play with yourself in it. So.
Nah, I'm scared of heights, and I can't play with myself when I'm scared. So
can't play with yourself anymore. You've gotten to that age.
Yeah, I can't reach it.
So, there was a couple of like little at the beginning, like they do this in every episode where the creep is kind of like doing something related to the beginning of whatever the episode is, and he's carving a pumpkin in this episode. The creep is, and you can see Night of the Living Dead playing in the background. Of course, they can use Night of the Living Dead because anybody can use it. We can release an official 4K of Night of the Living Dead if we wanted to, Steve.
There you go. That's what we should invest our money in.
Yeah, we should look to get in contact with Don May Jr. and ask him what his fees would be to do he's the master remaster. So, but we'll let you in on half of the profits, Don May Jr. But at the end of the day, I think Night of the Living Dead is one of those movies that actually looks better. Like, it works better if it looks worse. So the remastered version of Night of the Living Dead, which I have the Criterion, it's not as I'd rather watch a shitty DVD copy of it. It's just me.
Good for you.
So anyway, what do you think of All Hallows Eve, Steve?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I knew something was up when those kids were coming in and they're like busting in past the people, and I think they wanted to drag one of the kids off.
Yeah, and there's one kid that had that was dressed as a ghost, and his big unveil is he looked like Skeletor in it. He took his little sheet off,
Right.
But at the end, he turns into that little adorable kid again,
Oh.
Once they seek revenge on the last, on Denzel.
Once it's
whatever
November
the last kid's name
1st, they go back to being little kids.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, John Harrison, I'm thinking he hasn't really done a whole lot for many years until these CREEPSHOW episodes come out. And I know he and Greg Nicotero are good buddies, so maybe that's how that all came about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, next episode is, and I heard a couple people bragging on this episode, Man in the Suitcase. It is directed by David Bruckner of the famed Bruckner clan. I think he did The Signal as an independent kind of big deal back in the day. It's not so good. I didn't like that good either. He had a segment in the VHS, the original VHS movie that came out about 8 or 9 years ago. And he is currently working on the Hellraiser remake, Steve. I'm guaranteeing you that's not coming out in theaters.
No. VOD.
That'll be a Shudder original, probably, the Hellraiser remake.
They should make a new VHS movie, but it'll be called VOD.
Or they could just do Betamax. That could be the sequel.
And then CED.
So, they made VHS 2, right? Didn't they make a sequel to VHS? Did they ever make another sequel?
I thought they made 3, but maybe it's just 2.
I
don't
remember.
know. I think they made 3.
I got one of them at check this out. At the Dollar Tree. This was $1.
Whoa! Nice.
I don't think I've ever opened it, but I'll watch it eventually again sometime. But anyway, David Bruckner directed this one. Basically, this is just kind of out there, but again, it's very much like an episode like Tales from the Dark Side, where you've got kind of this stoner kid that happens upon a briefcase or suitcase, not a briefcase, where an Indian man's body is like twisted and, stuck inside of it. And for one thing, you're like, what? What the fuck? So he's like, please get me out of here. Get me out of the suitcase. So he tries helping him out of it, and as the man has pain, he shits gold coins and spits and shits and all of them out, and he keeps, and this is real gold, and he can trade this in to get him some more drug money, buy him some blue pills and all that good stuff. So of course they want to take it. Yeah, they want to take advantage of this and kind of like torture this guy. Try to get as much money as possible. Get him to shit as many gold coins as he can. And it's just one of those deals. And eventually I think some friends get involved and they try to take it one step too far. And so chaos ensues from there. And I guess the big unveil in this one is the man in the suitcase is like is he a genie or something? Was that the deal?
Something like that, or a djinn or something?
Yeah, I don't know. But he finds more victims as the episode ends. So, and this is kind of a wacky episode. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it was kind of, it very much like an episode of Tales from the Dark Side.
Dana hates this one. She just still now she hates it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to go back and revisit it.
No, she hates
Does she have
this one.
nightmares about the Man in the Suitcase?
She wants to throw the Man in the Suitcase in the river or something. She does not like it. And it's okay. I didn't think it was that great anyway. At some point it gets to ridiculous as far as like their little druggy friends with that girl and stuff. It's like, come on. But I'm not a druggie, so I don't know. I guess they have drugs on the mind, so they don't know no better.
Right. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this episode, like this series, the benefit of this series is it's 2 episodes. It's 44 minutes long. So like 20 minutes, pretty much loosely 20 minutes an episode. So hey, even if it's kind of like, yeah, you couldn't stretch anything any further really than 20 minutes with this, but I think that's the benefit of this show is it's not really on long enough to get completely annoyed or bored with it. You know, even if it's a bad episode. But I didn't think this one was too bad. To me, the werewolf one was worse than this one. I could watch this one again. What was it, Bad Wolf Down or something like that episode?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't into that one. Even though it had some good, oh God, Steve, what's that?
That's Big Sammy barking.
Bad Wolf Down had some good makeup effects and stuff like that. So I guess, yeah, but that was episode 3. So now we're halfway through, Steve. We've got 3 more episodes.
Right.
Threat.
Yeah.
So
halfway there.
Yeah, so as long as AMC keeps airing this shit, we're going to keep watching it. Or I am, at least. I want to make you tag along.
Well, I'll start watching them now since I've already kind of reached the end of what I watched on the original run. So.
Oh, so I guess the Man in the Suitcase, when you watched it, you're like, fuck this. I'm not watching no more of it.
Yeah, kind of like, I got something else to do, but I'll try to pick it back up.
Yeah, you can finish the series off. And they are working on season 2 as well, so that's kind of interesting. All right, well, I appreciate everybody watching. I am going to, I have watched one of the movies that I said I would, and I'm going to be doing a review at some point this week on Hereditary, Steve. Ooh. Is that a movie that you've watched?
I have the 4K of it.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to see that 4K to experience every little pop and whistle that little girl does.
Well,
yeah.
I watched it on Amazon streaming this time, so it was HD, but
Yeah.
And I'll give you my thoughts on that. Steve's got what you got coming up, Steve? You want to show off your man cave area a little bit more? Your you try to make your workout room like a giallo come to life.
No, I just thought that's my red room based upon Amityville Horror. So it's the Red Room gym.
Okay. So until next time, I'm a Creepy Kentuckian.
I'm B-Plan.
We'll see you. Stop.
Ah.